Well, we're back on the truck. It's a pretty day out there today, but it's still probably 45 degrees. But I started to work on my door. I didn't film any of this, but anyway, I'll show you what I've done. As you can see, I've got the bottom in. I do not have it cut yet and welded. There. No, I don't have any of it welded. I just crimped the sides. I did this bottom with this piece off, and I'll show you how I did it. But I crimped the sides here, and let me turn this over. If I can do it one-handed here. But yeah, I fixed some rust spots down at the bottom of the door, and you see right here, put a patch in, but it's crimped over. I did this in a vise, okay, and what I did is, it was one piece, so I put little slices in it so that it would keep the same shape, try to anyway. I don't know how much it did, but anyway, I was able to get that nice and tight, a good tight fit there. And I may take a dolly and hammer and try to get that a little bit flatter, but I had to put a bottom door in first. That was foremost. That came first, and you can see there's a lip that comes off of this bottom, and it comes out, that this slides over. So this patch panel was contingent to be put into place by, I had that thing in there first. So you can see I've trimmed away some of the door just to get it to match a little bit. But that's where we're at. The other side had a little bit of a patch panel in it too. And yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here, so. But it looks pretty good. Crimping these ends here kind of it did a little bit of this on the inside here, right at the edge of the door, which I didn't like. And especially this side here. I might be able to hammer and dolly that out of there, get that a little bit tighter. But anyway, I just tacked it in place for now. And like I said, then I'm going to cut that door right along the edge of that. And I've seen a lot of guys' videos putting patch panels in, and then you get the edges. There'll be a small gap, the gap of the blade on your cutting wheel, which is pretty thin. And so that little gap will be, between the new piece and the old skin. And so then we'll just tack it all the way across, periodically so nothing warps. That's the key. And that's going to be the tricky part. It's going to have to just take your time. But I like how everything turned out. Yeah, I put the rocker on, but it's kind of difficult even with the rocker on, because the this piece here definitely still needs some work. It's got to come over a bit, but you can see these pieces here have got to be mounted to this, and I don't want to do that just yet, because you can see the holes through there. This whole bottom piece I'm going to cut out and put in a new piece of metal along with these ends. And but you can kind of see that pulls down. This is going to be replaced too, these cab corners. But that ridge has to meet with that to make a good body line look. And it's the same up here, that this line has to meet with this, and then your door sits down on it, and there's just a small gap underneath it. I don't know how much of a gap I'm going to have, but I don't know. We'll make it work. I'm just going to have to maybe jury rig a little bit with this piece here and maybe push it down a little bit more when I go to mount it up solid. But for right now, I just put it in there. I thought, well, that would help me line up the door. It really didn't. But anyway, that's where we're at with the 36, and she's coming along. Finally got busy doing it and ran out of gas today, so I got to get some more argon CO2 gas. But here's my door bottoms. This is for the driver's door, and yeah, they were both shot. I mean, this piece here, this was what left of the door I just did, and that was it. I actually cut the ends off. It was welded onto the frame of the door. I forget where it's welded at, but I guess it was right here, yeah, and right here. So I cut that panel off, that rusty one, and then I took an air chisel in there and I had to go in because it was tack welded or whatever they call it, spot welded in place. So we got it out of there. I was happy for that, but yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, the lines are good enough for me. So anyway, I'll bring you back when we got it all welded in. I'm quitting for today. So, and then we got some spots to rust to fix. There's a hole right through there. You can kind of see it, and that's on the skin. So that will be. Let me see if I can flip this door. There we go. There you can see that big hole. So we're going to cut that out. Weld a patch in there. We got some holes up through here that'll need some attention. And I'm going to try to be able to weld those, you know, put a piece of copper up behind it and then try to weld, but they're paper thin, you know, so it's like, don't know. But I got to be careful too so it doesn't do this. I don't want to get it warped. But these doors are not bad. I mean, I've seen a whole lot worse, and the rest of the door is in pretty good shape. You know, got a lot of surface rust and stuff, but no, just the bottom, you know, here, and the bottom end was shot. Same way on the other door, but the other door was actually a little bit better than this one. But you can kind of see the door here. Let me just get a side view if I can get enough room. See how that kind of drops a little bit? I don't know. It's following the that door bottom that I purchased. That guy that was made for this truck. So yeah, we might have to do a little tweaking. But let me show you the other side here. Yeah. It's not bad. This side looks pretty good, really. So, alrighty, enough. Thanks for watching and subscribing. And if you like this, tell your friends. So, we'll have some more in a little while.